just another in a recent spike in homeless arrests.
20% arrested this month have been homeless.
You get arrested just because you're homeless.
The typical long-term chronically homeless person was being put in jail a lot because of small petty crimes, open containers, trespassing, loitering, all those kinds of things.
Columbia, South Carolina, another city criminalizing homelessness.
Well, where are the homeless people supposed to go?
The homeless end up in the criminal justice system because there hasn't been a better alternative.
I served 3.5 years at the Utah State Prison, so I've been homeless a little over a year now. This morning, I had got out of jail, sat down like this. The officer had pulled up on his motorcycle and told me I was going to jail. This was the same officer who had just taken me to jail not even 24 hours ago.
Our homeless need long-term treatment solutions instead of just incarcerations and then put them back in the street.
Just because I don't have a car, I don't have a credit card in my pocket or change in my pocket or a home to go to, does not make me a criminal.
We did a survey here. It was about $20,000 per person per year on the street because of emergency services costs. Jail time, EMT runs, emergency room visits. And so we realized we were incurring those costs anyway. There's a much more humane and economic way in order to meet their needs.
You'd be surprised who's homeless. Most people are homeless. They are running away from problems. They are running away from drug addiction. Got molested when I was a kid, about 6 years old. Started drinking early age at 13. I couldn't deal with my problems. I've been homeless for the last 20 years.
About 10% of the homeless population were chronically homeless. A chronically homeless individual that's been homeless a year or more or 4 times in 3 years. A lot of mental health issues, substance abuse issues.
We decided to adopt a housing first model. Instead of asking people to change their lives before we gave them housing, we chose to give them housing along with the supportive services and then allow them to change their lives if they wanted to.
We can house them for about $7,800 per person per year for case management and rental assistance in a housing unit. 2005, in order to get into housing, you need to be clean, dry, and sober, and if you fell off the wagon, then you lost your housing and case management. Well, we weren't reducing homelessness.
In 1998, we got kicked out because I was using drugs. We went back again. It was like a routine for the last 15 years. I mean, it was hard.
Having a house is the stable base for everything. If you don't have a stable place to live, that's going to be the biggest crisis on your mind every day when you go to bed. Whereas when you're in your own home, that whole level of stress is taken away. And now you can focus on everything else that you need to focus on in your life.
Well, it works because we've come down 72% from our high in 2005.
Getting my housing here literally saved my life. Well, they arrested me at least 18 times. Ended up at the detox. The police brought me in there. I was pretty sad, I was shaking hard. But Ed moved me in here. I mean, I had towels up there, clean sheets, pots and pans. He brought me a big box full of canned goods. He said, well, anything you need, call me. And I looked around and I told him, I said, no, Ed, I got it from here.
We've been able to show that if you house people properly and correctly, is that it takes them out of the judicial system and the recidivism rate decreases.
It's kind of like a security place for me. I know I got a place to stay. This is good feeling.
If I was still the homeless guy, I would have continued on and drank myself to death at this point. It's my first complete 100% sober year. And it's a good start. I feel, not the end of my program, but it's a good start.
The ultimate goal is to eliminate chronic homelessness here in Utah by the year 2015, and the results here prove that that is an achievable goal.
The old approach of emergency shelters and transitional housing has been a failure. Housing First has been accepted nationally. This is the key to ending chronic homelessness.
The Casper Housing Authority is trying out a system they first saw in Salt Lake City. Staff say they've already seen success stories.
Now with the Housing First, we're much more successful in getting them housed and out of the criminal justice system and off the street and help them integrate back into society.
We're actually moving out today. It means a lot to me to have my family back where we can be by ourselves, and it does help you. If you do need to come here, everyone needs a helping hand here and there.
It is most cost effective. We can serve more people with the same amount of dollars than if we didn't do this program. But it's also the right thing to do. It just makes sense.